that sucked. So the road to WrestleMania has been just completely abysmal. I mean, horrible. After Royal Rumble, I didn't even want to come on here and give a prediction for the Elimination Chamber. For two reasons. I was on vacation, so just didn't want to pump out an extra video while on the road. And two, I think my past self would have gotten my future hopes up for this garbage Elimination Chamber that we all just witnessed tonight. And I know, look, we complain a lot. Wrestling fans complain a lot. WWE fans complain a lot. I think a lot of it is unnecessary. I think a lot of it is just people either not having an understanding of I guess the product itself, or just are never happy and complain no matter what. And I try to find the good in especially like a random SmackDown or a Monday Night Raw or whatever. So if I can pick out the good in that, I can at least look for some type of good on like a Road to WrestleMania pay-per-view, or a big event like the Elimination Chamber, the final PLE before WrestleMania. And there's nothing. There's nothing. If you got people who are complaining because there's not a lot of action in September. Those fans are stupid. Fans that think that the road to WrestleMania has been completely horrible. I would have to agree with those fans, because that's just what it's been. So I mean, let's get in the Elimination Chamber. I guess let's get into Elimination Chamber. Starts with the Women's Chamber, which was better than the Men's Chamber. Out of the two chambers, they definitely had the better one. It was a little interesting. They built it all the way up to where there was eventually 5 women in the ring. And had I came on here and gave a prediction, I know, of course you did. I had Stratton or Rhea Ripley winning this. Now Rhea Ripley winning it, I don't hate it. Obviously, she's like one of the biggest stars in the entire company, but I really liked, I really like Rio. I like that tag team. I don't really know how I feel about them giving up the tag titles, the night before this, but I don't know. I don't think I was ready for that split up or that breakup, and obviously that's what it's going to lead to. It has to. It has to lead to some type of split or breakup or heel turn. Something's going to happen. But we got Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, and in terms of the actual pod, I mean, it was. What do we got here? We got some notes. I took some notes during the match. So a couple pins or just finishers that were being set up, that were broken up by other people in the chamber. Didn't make much sense to me, but sure, whatever. There were a couple exchanges. What exchange? Okay, yes, the Rhea Ripley and Alexa exchange. When Raquel came out, they had her looking crazy. The reversal with Ripley, putting Kiana through the pod, getting a double pin. Yeah, no, they had her looking absolutely crazy. Came down to the final 3. When it did come down to the final 3, you had Ripley getting thrown into the chains, hung upside down. You had the Stratton and Raquel exchange, which, I mean, Tiffany Stratton destroyed her body this entire match, this entire chamber match. I mean, she started as one of the first 2 in the match, and between her getting catapulted into one of the pods, I believe even before that threw herself into the pod, jumping off when she jumped off when Rhea was hanging upside down, and she jumped onto Raquel. I don't want to, because I already think Kiana was a little sloppy in this match, and I don't want to sit here and call 2 people sloppy, because I don't think Raquel is, but she kind of dropped. She dropped Tiffany a little bit. Tiffany, she fell on her head. I don't care what anybody says. Maybe she only hit it at like 60-70%, but she thumped her head. and then busting her mouth open after that. She was through herself. She ate the pod again right before the finish to the match. Eats the pod again. I mean, she destroyed her body. So she's definitely one of the MVPs of the Elimination Chamber. But I mean, Rhea Ripley winning, I don't hate it. I don't know if the problem is there's nothing wrong with Rhea Ripley winning the Elimination Chamber. It's just when you get to the point where they were with the women's tag division where every star was in a tag team. At some point, you knew not one but all of them are going to break up, and especially one of them winning the chamber. Yeah, it's gonna lead to a breakup, which is unfortunate. And honestly, was looking forward to, I guess, maybe in the future we get Rhea Ripley as champion, Io Sky and her. I don't know. You could hold off till SummerSlam, make that a big time SummerSlam match. But moving on from that, I have shifted so heavily and so fast on how I feel about AJ Lee and how much of a part-timer she is. And I don't know if part of it is just, the irony or I don't know what it is, but that woman barely shows up on TV. She's competed in 2 matches where she's made Becky tap in both of them, now 3 of them, and it's I don't know, it's undeserving. It doesn't make much sense. She's married to somebody who is a fighting champion, somebody who's on TV every single week, somebody who, I mean, honestly, if this wasn't his wife, would be like, let's flip this, right? Let's go 6 years ago. This isn't AJ Lee. This is fucking whoever else, not CM Punk's wife in real life. And somebody was on Twitter like, hey, Phil, how do you feel about blah, blah, blah? He'd be talking shit. He'd be like, I don't know why she's getting an IC title match. She don't ever show up. And it's true. And not only is she barely showing up and getting this title, and it pretty much is going to go up on the shelf. This title is going on the shelf. She's going to go home and put it away the same way they've pretty much had Drew do it with the Undisputed Championship. And unfortunately, they're probably going to have the same thing happen when Roman beats Punk at Mania. I'm hoping it doesn't happen. I'll talk about that in a second, but we make these new titles, or not new titles, but we have these women's IC title, women's US title, because we barely see any other champion on TV as it is, Jade Cargill. But now we got AJ Lee, who shows up maybe once in a month as the Intercontinental Champion. So I'll chill. Like, I'll chill for now. Like, congratulations, your first singles match in however many fucking years. But I don't really see, I don't see the light. Like, I'm having trouble seeing the positive in this. Especially making Becky just look like a bitch. Like, Becky Lynch is supposed to be in the chamber competing with the biggest dogs of them all. She's supposed to be up there with all the other top billers. It's the top women, the top stars, period. And now, ever since she started this feud, and to be completely honest with you, it never worked putting Seth and Becky together. It just did. I don't know. It just didn't make sense. And it just, not even didn't make sense. It just seemed off when they're together on television. You put them together on television, and you immediately have them beef with Punk and AJ, and which is already, Punk and Seth is so washed at this point. I hope we don't see that match ever again at this point. I hope it takes 3.5 years to get to another Punk Seth Rollins match. But you ever since then, you pretty much have Becky look like a bitch. You have her completely afraid of this woman who's been retired for a decade. She seems to not want to face AJ Lee. She's trying to cheat to beat AJ Lee. She pretty much tapped twice in one night to AJ Lee. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't like the I don't want to call it a burial. Becky Lynch ain't getting buried. She's gonna be in whatever promo or program. She's gonna be involved in something with somebody. As long as she's on TV, but it kind of sucks that they're just kind of making her look like a little bitch, and we're giving part-time AJ Lee a strap. I'm gonna hope that she shows up more. I'm gonna hope that she competes more. I'm gonna hope that maybe we can move on from Becky and AJ Lee. Maybe we can get AJ Lee beefing with more of these newer generation stars. Because I'm over this. I'm over this. At this point, this is the female Punk and Punk and AJ Lee. This is the female Punk and Seth Rollins. So we can move on from that. I will say, totally undeserving IC title win for AJ Lee. And if that's a hot take, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not trying to hate. I just wish the woman would show up on TV a little bit more so we could, I don't know, see why it try to make it make sense. Like we can try to understand why she deserved a chance to fight for an Intercontinental Championship. But regardless, let's move on to the other guy. Let's move on to her husband, because you do have CM Punk, who was I don't. Do they think are we supposed? How stupid is it? Are we stupid? Yeah, and if it doesn't make sense, I'll get there. I'll get there in a second. But nobody thought like there was a single chance that CM Punk was going to lose this match, right? You mean like the guy who's already set to face Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania in Chicago in the Elimination Chamber facing Finn Balor? He's not. You knew like this was pretty much set in stone since the Stone Age. So with that being said, it's like I feel like it, our intelligence gets played with a little bit, whether that's the masked man and how shocked we're supposed to be when we see it, Seth Rollins under the final reveal, or how on the edge of how much of our seat is covered while watching this game or watching this match. Like, are we supposed to be on the edge of it? You think there's this much of our chair that's not covered by our ass? No, we're leaned all the way back. I'm leaned all the way back, sitting here watching, waiting for the men's chamber. And that's not to say it wasn't a bad match. It was a great match. I liked the match. I liked that there was no involvement, interruption. There was actually just a finish to a championship match, which is a shocker nowadays. But we know Punk was winning this, and I'm gonna say pretty much the same thing. The same whole part-timer spiel I gave 2 minutes ago. CM Punk needs to win at Mania. I don't think it's gonna happen. I am so scared of the state of the WWE and just Monday Night Raw period if Roman Reigns walks out of Mania as World Heavyweight Champion. But man, I understand it was a Chicago crowd and it's CM Punk and it's the World Heavyweight Champion, but this could have been in the middle of bumfuck Oklahoma, and it was going to be the same level of pop, the same type of reaction, the same type of feeling, because that's how over CM Punk is in 2026. And the fact that he is he's at the age where he could pretty much run the Roman Reigns schedule, probably even worse, even less frequent if he wanted to. Come out and bust out the classics and be done in 10 minutes. But he's on pretty much every single week. He ain't fighting every single week, but the man's on TV every single week. And I know we complain about long reigns and or we don't want to see another 6-7 months of Cody Rhodes as WWE champion, but nobody's complaining about CM Punk as champion. CM Punk has defended the title versus what? Three different guys? Styles, Balor. Might be forgetting a third. Could be forgetting a third in there. If I am, forgive me. It's late recording after the Elimination Chamber, but the man's been on TV defending the World Heavyweight Championship. The man is, at the Elimination Chamber defending the World Heavyweight Championship. We saw Drew beat Sammy, and that's been it. That's been it. So if there's any person to be mad at, if there's any reign that has sucked, it's been Drew McIntyre. But in all reality, out of the four, top championships, CM Punk's the only one that hasn't pretty much been shit. I mean, to be completely honest with you, and I'm not talking in terms of the story or what it could lead to, but I'm just talking about how often you just see the championship get defended, how often we see the champion in matches. Just we don't see shit from any champion nowadays. So the fact that we are almost at a point where we may see all four big titles just sitting up on the shelf pretty much every single week, it's scary. I am scared. So I don't know what they're gonna do about Roman Reigns and CM Punk come WrestleMania, but I'll give my predictions once a couple more matches are set in stone, because obviously there's still a lot to do, because we have the men's elimination chamber, which completely threw me off. So I guess, hey, maybe we are a little stupid, but Randy Orton wins the 2026 elimination chamber. And this happens because the Masked Man comes out. Oh, who is it? It's fucking Seth Rollins. Shocker. Gets Logan Paul eliminated, and then Drew comes out and tries to interrupt. Which, can we just talk about this for a second? Another, attacking our intelligence thing, or just maybe the WWE just does shit that, and you would assume, I don't know, like they do things and maybe they think we won't question it or go like, hey, wait a minute. But it's like, we got the Elimination Chamber with this big ass door that opens when somebody gets eliminated. And then you got like 6 officials out there, 6 referees there to immediately close it again. The same as how you got guys, opening the pods and closing the pods. Like, notice how nobody just wanted to get out of the pod when they wanted to. It was open it up, close it. Until they just decide, hey, we're not gonna open we're not gonna close the door. We're gonna keep the door open. We know that this is the 3rd time now somebody has walked in this one match, or at least has attempted to. You had the first Masked Man who came in, gets pulled away. Cool. They get off. Seth Rollins comes in there, stomps Logan Paul. Cool. Fuck it. Let's just leave the door open, because there's no way that Drew McIntyre is going to interrupt a Cody Rhodes match. That couldn't happen. There's no fucking way that would happen. And what do you know? It happens. And they handle him. Him and Randy handle him, and Randy turns around, or Cody, I guess, turns around and eats the mat, which I like. I'm not mad at Randy Orton winning Elimination Chamber. I will say I'm mad at the fact that we are getting further and further away from the Drew Fatu Rhodes match that I think we've all been expecting for the past, I guess, month or two at this point. But, yeah, I guess I'm a little disappointed in that, because now we're looking at a Mania with Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, which, cool. Cool. I know. I guess that's all I'm going to say for now. Cool. Drew versus Randy, I guess. I don't know who's going to bitch their way into making that a triple threat match. I hope that's not how it goes. Because in my mind, I'm going, all right, Cody's going to win. Fatu's going to bitch his way into making it a triple threat match. That's the only way. At the end of the day, what should have happened is Fatu wins the Rumble, Cody wins the Chamber. We go for that triple threat match, and Roman just fucking goes to CM Punk and goes, hey, I'm Roman Reigns, and I want that. And CM Punk's going to go, oh, nuh-uh. And then they're going to fight. It's as simple as that. So now we got Fatu in the back. We got Cody with nowhere to go, which I understand a lot of people want, but I promise you, this is not going where y'all think it's going to go. Like, if you think this is about to go on to... Like, if this leads to Randy winning his 15th, great. Will it lead to Randy having a long reign, or will this lead to Randy probably losing to Cody at SummerSlam? I'm just trying to, if y'all want to look at the logistics, right? If you are anti-Cody Rhodes, and just think about it, how do you see this going? You got the long game that they're obviously going to play with Cody Rhodes. They've been playing with Cody Rhodes since he's been back. And you know that they're going to put him back on top at some point. You know they're going to put the belt back on him. So instead of us getting this great triple threat match that I think almost may be able to beat out Roman and Punk for night 2 main event with Fatu, Drew, and Cody Rhodes, you got Drew and Randy Orton, which could be a good match. I guess it's not. I mean, it's gonna be 2 big boys just slowly beating the shit out of each other. But Randy, what? Okay, say he wins his 15, holds it for a few months, and then loses at SummerSlam to Cody. And then we're gonna watch Cody hold it until WrestleMania 43. You ready for that? Or are you? I mean, if you are, fine. Okay, I'm to be completely honest with you at this point, I guess. But I just don't know what we're gonna get now. Are we gonna get Cody Rhodes versus Fatu at WrestleMania? I mean, I don't know. I guess we could run that back. I mean, we pretty much had a better brawl than whatever match they're gonna put on at WrestleMania. And they both want to fight. Well, I don't know what Fatu wants. He just wants to beat the shit out of whoever. Cody wants to be a WWE champion again. So are we just gonna pull that plug, and Cody's just gonna go, all right, I guess I'll just fight Jacob again. Sure. Make that a fucking no holds barred match or something, and maybe it could be interesting. But I don't know what they do with Cody Rhodes now that he lost the Elimination Chamber. Logan Paul, I don't know why he got to eliminate 3 people. What's up with that? Don't like that at all, but cool. He eliminates 3 people, and I understand. You're not supposed to like a heel, and the people, y'all make the same argument for Gunther, right? And let me explain this. I'm gonna explain it very simple when it comes to Gunther and Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a bad person. Like, outside of wrestling, before he became a wrestler, people didn't like him because he was a bad person. Not because it's just, they're jealous and this is some rich kid, or even think it's like it's not a nepotism thing. It's nothing. He's not a good person. So then he's getting booked in elimination chambers and WrestleMania matches and is a full-time WWE wrestler. It's easy to boo him. It's easy to dislike him. It's easy to root against him. He's not a good heel. He's not doing anything. There's nothing Logan Paul has added to people disliking him besides just being the human being he is and then being in the WWE. That's it. Him just being alive at this point and being a human being. That is what has created him. That's what has made him a heel. There's nothing that WWE has done. There's nothing they produced or cooked up. There's nothing he did. There's no storyline that made him a heel. He is a heel, a bad person in real life. And when it comes to Gunther, I think it's a little bit different. I think people are upset with the way he's being booked. The fact that he retired Goldberg and John Cena and AJ Styles and wasn't even in the chamber match. Didn't even qualify for the chamber match. We don't know what the fuck he's doing for Mania. I mean, it seems like it's been for pretty much nothing. People are upset with the way AJ Styles got retired. The way John Cena got retired. People are upset with the booking surrounding Gunther. So when Gunther comes out, they are not just booing you as a heel. They are booing him, the same way that after John Cena tapped, it's like, we booed you, and then we booed Triple H even harder, because Triple H came out. Like, I promise you, every time Gunther came out, if Triple H was behind him, the boos would be louder. I guarantee you the boos would be louder if Triple H followed Gunther to the ring every single time he came out on Monday Night Raw to talk some shit. So I don't know, and now we might, there's rumors of Rey Mysterio getting retired by Gunther, which at this point, I mean, duh, if these two are going to get in the ring together, and you got this old motherfucker, Rey Mysterio, facing Gunther, are we supposed to be shocked? Are we supposed to? Is he supposed to be the guy that's gonna avenge all the old motherfuckers that Gunther retired? No, he's gonna tap out to Gunther, and it's gonna be night night. It's over with. So people are upset with the booking when it comes to Goldberg. People are upset with just the fact that Logan Paul is in the WWE. Period. It's like I don't know if that necessarily makes them the greatest heels. So that explains that. I don't know what led me to the rant about Logan Paul besides the fact that when it comes to me disliking Logan Paul, I mean he's just a bad person. So seeing this like bad human being on my screen getting to eliminate 3 people in Elimination Chamber, it's odd. It's hard to watch. It's hard to understand. And to be honest, at this point, I don't know. I would love to see the money that they are bringing in by having Logan Paul on TV. Are they really making it? Are the WWE is the WWE really benefiting that much off of Logan Paul? Are that many more kids who wouldn't just be interested in the WWE? If a kid was young enough and impressionable enough to go, oh, I like Logan Paul, I'm gonna watch him in WWE, and then begin to like the WWE, you don't think that same kid would probably just scroll or just stumble across the WWE and begin liking the WWE? I don't know. I just really like to see the how many kids watch WWE before trying a prime drink. I don't know. It is, or compared to how many kids watch WWE and then go, oh look, there's a fucking prime card. That Logan Paul guy, he has that. Because I mean, I don't know. Like, y'all want to see Mr. Beast in WWE? At this point, if we're just gonna put fucking the biggest YouTubers at the time in the ring, let's do it. Let's see how much more money the WWE makes, or how much it really matters. At the end of the day, who they have in the ring, just because of their social media appearance. But besides that, I don't know. Just the men's chamber was not good. The men's chamber, I did not like at all. And I think part of it is you have 4 guys in there that are not winning. And I get it, like giving Javon Evans and Trick Williams the time to shine in the main event of the Elimination Chamber is great. But we know they're not going to win. We know for sure LA Knight is not winning that motherfucker. And after the couple botches he had, yeah, Triple H is going to go, see that? That's why he ain't even fighting for the U.S. title this year. LA Knight screwed. Obviously, it's only up for Trick and Javon. Logan Paul without Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker in the picture, the vision pretty much is toast. And I don't want to see Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. If you do, you're lying. You don't want to see Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul at Mania. You really don't. At this point, cut the career ender shit. Put the career ender shit on hold, right? Give me Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Give me Seth Rollins versus Gunther. What's wrong with that? You don't want to see that? Now, that could be a clinic. That could be a masterclass. That could be some 5-star shit. I don't want to see Logan Paul for the next month cutting the corniest promos with the corniest cadence and just the corniest like voice, and just it's just not good. He's not a good actor. He doesn't seem. It sucks. With someone like Seth Rollins, we don't need that. He is money. Seth Rollins is who money is, and I've been saying this whole time. It's stupid. This was stupid to have him as the masked man, because in reality, if you wanted people to believe Seth Rollins was on TV, put him on TV, and don't try to play dumb like we don't know he's rehabbing a shoulder injury, and it's obviously not him under the mask up until tonight. But hey, that's just me. So I don't know what we were supposed to expect. There was really only 2 guys that had a chance to win this chamber, and I think there was really only one guy that everybody were looking forward to, who were not looking forward to see win. I think if anything, I'm more worried that giving Randy Orton this Elimination Chamber win was more of a last second, all right, fans are going to go home upset or not too happy if they just see, yay, Cody Rhodes winning again. Let's just fuck it. Let's just give it to Randy, because, like I said, I don't have a problem with Randy being the winner of the Elimination Chamber. I don't have a problem with Randy fighting for the undisputed title. I have a problem with them having no clue where to go after it. I have a problem with them saying, let's do this, and then go, fuck, we got an episode of Raw next, like tomorrow, like in 2 days, we got an episode of Raw. I have no clue what we're going to do. Because Triple H books moments. Triple H books for pops. He doesn't book for people to sit down and enjoy the show and sit down and enjoy the ride. There is no ride. It's one big hill. It's a slingshot. That's what it is. If the if you had to describe Triple H's booking, the good times, the bad times, I mean, fucking, I don't know, the abandoned Maryland Six Flags, but if you just wanted to take the good moments for Triple H when it comes to booking and had to compare it to a carnival ride, it is the slingshot. It's just boom, one big pop. Because there's nowhere to go after that. There was nowhere to really go leading up to it. You just, all right, we're putting you in the ball. We're going all the way up, and we're coming right back down. And that's it. John Cena heel turn. Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Undisputed title and then not doing anything since then. To be completely honest with you, Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble and then making Gunther tap just to erase all of that. Gunther retiring AJ and fucking John Cena and it meaning absolutely nothing and leading absolutely nothing. Triple H wants a picture. He wants a shot. Boom. I made that happen. And that's it. He don't want to tell you no damn story. He don't got no clue what he's doing. We've all seen Unreal. They think this has been something to entertain us and go, wow, look at how hard they work. And if anything, we've all sat here and went, wow, they are actually that fucking stupid in the writer's room. This is crazy. This is insane. So I'm disappointed. I'm not looking forward to WrestleMania in the slightest. And that's bad. Like, I'm not trying. I don't like to. If you go back 2 months ago to January when I'm looking at, oh, well, they're doing this on Raw to kick off the year and SmackDown is getting interesting and we're looking at the different divisions and what they could possibly do. And I'm trying to be as positive as possible. Then we get to the Rumble. And we get to the Chamber. And everything else in between. And it's been a load of shit. And the box, I didn't even talk about the damn box. And you know what? I'm not going to talk about the box. I'm not going to talk about the box. I just realized I went 30 minutes yapping about the WWE and what they need to change. And was so excited to see what was in that damn box. I'm so mad about that damn box. I'm so mad about that damn box. There were so many options. There were so many things they could have done with that damn box. I thought Triple H coming out going, it's a new era. Here's a new belt. $680. Go buy it. It might have been worse than that. You know why? Because Triple H books pops. He books moments. Danny Boy is going to be in fucking AAA or NXT in the next month or two. I promise you. There's not going to be a fucking vampire on the main roster of WWE fighting WrestleMania. It's not happening. It's not happening. And if it does happen, shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Cause at this point, y'all like pops and y'all like funny shit. Y'all don't want a good match. Y'all don't want a good story. Y'all don't even want a good division, really. Y'all want some motherfucker like Roman Reigns to come here and put his finger up and put a motherfucking death grip on the World Heavyweight Championship scene. If that's what y'all want, fucking it's about to be Christmas for y'all for the next month or two. But for me, I'm gonna hope that, I don't know, maybe somebody starts cooking. Like the gunna GIF with the fire. Like, we need something, just something. Because at this point, every single match pretty much booked so far. Could have been. You could have told me this was like, I don't know, Payback. Maybe not that bad. Maybe not that fucking bad. But I just don't care. I don't care. Drew versus Randy. Cool. Randy's gonna get his 15th, so I guess that's one thing to be happy about. Maybe I don't know. There still is a chance that Triple H is so conceited that he's not letting Randy beat that record just yet. Maybe he has to hold on to it for a little bit longer, but who knows? I am going to get out of here, though. I am going to, I guess, go rest after watching that horrible Elimination Chamber, that very disappointing Elimination Chamber. And I'm going to try to be as positive as I possibly can for the next, 7 weeks? 7 weeks until WrestleMania. So hopefully they can throw in a couple matches that we can actually sink our teeth into, and some stories that we can actually get invested in, because as of right now, it like there is about as much hype as there is in October of WWE, and that's not how it's supposed to feel in March. So let's hope they get on their shit. Let's hope it gets a little bit better than what it looks like now, because I don't even know. I don't even know how to leave. I've never been this disappointed making a video. Okay, Ravens lose, and then we talk about it for 20 minutes, and then we move on, and we play fucking Jeopardy and talk about Stephon Diggs' court date. We just have fun. This, I'm just sad. I just wasted 3.5 hours. Watch some bullshit. So yeah, thanks TKO and Triple H for that. I'll be back on Saturday or Tuesday or whenever the fuck, I don't know. WWE, get your shit together.